So what I want to do right now is introduce you to a few special guests who are going to come up here and speak to you a little bit about the person and the time that we're in. Certainly, I didn't create any biographies for any of these people because I felt that I wanted to really speak from the heart on each one of these. It was a fun year for me because I got to meet each one of these individuals. And to be someone in New Hampshire, you know that the sport of New Hampshire is not baseball, it's not hockey, it's politics. Yeah. And we love it. And it's full contact and it gets bloody sometimes. But in the end, we all come together and we make ourselves proud. This next individual I'd like to introduce you to first is someone I have to tell you how much I really admire. Because when you think about the true American story, when you think about how all of us got here, it's important when we find these individuals whose lineage suddenly tells you this is what America is. It really, truly is in our heart and in our blood when we meet somebody like this who can stand up above and say, if you think the American dream is dead, you are so, so wrong. And this next individual has one of the great stories ever told here in New Hampshire. And he is certainly a model, not just for New Hampshireites, but for everybody else across this country. If you think what happens when your baby's born and what they can achieve in this country, nothing can hold you back. And of course, I'm proud to introduce someone who ran for the U.S. Senate here in New Hampshire. And our first guest speaker, of course, is Bill Binnie.
You know, I've been doing this for a little while, talking in front of groups. I must say, Jeff, that is the nicest thing that people have said in the last year and a half that I've been running for the United States. I mean it, thank you. I wish my dad were here to save my mom. Well, it's my pleasure to be here. I didn't expect to speak, believe it or not, but as a budding politician, what the heck, I'll have a shot at it. Jack, thank you for doing it. And Donna Marie, thank you very much for letting him do it. I can't tell you enough how important it is. I know myself. I went home after the primary and introduced myself to my kids and said, "Hi, I'm Dad." You know, it's hard to do this. It's hard to run. And I look around this room, and I'm going to tell you that there are so many wonderful people in this room that I didn't know 2 years ago. And you made it worthwhile for me. And I can say that from the bottom of my heart. 2 years ago, I was staring at my television, throwing my Diet Coke at the TV, and I joke about it, and many of you may have heard me say it on the stump. Upset about what I saw and upset about the direction our country was going in. And I stand in front of you today, even though I lost my election, proud to say that I think our country has hope again. I think that the American people, they get it. We're a common sense people. We really are. And we knew we were headed in the wrong direction, both at the state and at the federal level. And when people like Jack Kimball stand up and say, enough is enough, and when he puts a simple statement on a sign, and that becomes the genesis for a run for the United States, for the governorship of the great state of New Hampshire, that speaks to what can motivate you, and it really does matter. And I want to say something else. My hat is off to Jack, because when John won the nomination, Jack stood up and went to his events and supported him, and good for you, Jack. Well done. Yeah. And John, I want to congratulate you on a race well run. Well done. Well done. You earned the respect of everybody, not just of the party. So with that, I want to hand it over to Jeff, and thank you for those very kind words, and to everybody here, thank you for having me. Well done.